What's up guys, LF is on the TV to talk about my thoughts and feelings. Tropes. Something you can't escape in entertainment. And that's because they're like tools made to construct buildings. When it comes to them, there's always going to be either a favorite trope or a trope used in movies that grate on people's nerves. The one I'll be talking about is the liar revealed story. We all know this trope. A character, sometimes the protagonist, will tell a lie to the other characters either for their own benefit, to feel more important than they are, or to cover up a mistake that has a massive impact later on in the story. Later on, the lie is discovered, followed by the characters being separated, sometimes by emotional anger, then the liar comes back to save the day and everything's alright. You see this trope happen most of the time in animated movies, and it's not like I don't get why people aren't fond of this trope. There are some things that makes this trope badly executed, if either A, you know the reveal is coming at some point, or B, it goes on for a while because the characters somewhat have an IQ of a peanut during the moment. When it's talked about, it's often only the argument scene itself that gets discussed, where viewers end up being more angry at the characters being lied to more than the character that actually lied. However, when people that don't like this trope see a good liar revealed story, they'll just say it's an exception. But hey, maybe it's just too confronting to these people because they don't want to admit they've lied before. So, if no one will analyze the best and worst aspects of this trope used in movies, then I'll do it. Here are the top 5 movies that use the liar revealed story right, and 5 movies that did it wrong.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
The Tigger Movie. Now this story has been discussed as a bad liar revealed story, but honestly, this shouldn't count as a liar revealed story. It's just a small conflict story. They don't say it out loud, and it's really just a minor misunderstanding that does not count as a lie. I personally don't even think it counts as a liar revealed story as a whole.
Things start to go downhill, both figuratively and literally, in the third act. I won't go too much into spoilers, but as you would probably guess, this is a liar revealed story.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
The Road to El Dorado. Now this is an underrated gem. We all know the story. Tulio and Miguel win a map against a dice game and head to the lost city of gold known as El Dorado, where when they get there, the two are mistaken for gods. What I like about this take on the liar revealed story is that they do ways to subvert it by having the villain try to expose the two when he finds out some suspicions but fails. There's also the chief, who has moments where he doesn't care that the two lied, as he's just happy that the two made his community better. And then there's Chell. I'll leave it at that.
Smash.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Anastasia. While I do think the movie is great, I think the use of the liar revealed trope was done weakly. Because it only happened due to a lack of communication, and because it comes out of nowhere. Dmitri initially thought if Anastasia was the real one, they could make money out of her by finding out the truth about the missing Romanov family member. It's only resolved because Dmitri left with the music box when the queen was going to leave, instead of earlier, which would have saved them the hassle. And while the climax and the ending will stay the same, Vlad would get his reward instead of just disappearing from the story altogether. The reason this is low on the list is because other than that element, Anastasia is still a great movie. The liar reveal part of the story just wasn't used in an effective manner.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Aladdin. In stark contrast, this did the liar revealed story to such an effective degree. We all know how that story went. Aladdin thinks he needs to be a prince to win the heart of Princess Jasmine, so he wishes to be a prince, and the Robin Williams genie is happy to do that. But when parading down the kingdom doesn't work, the genie insists that Aladdin tells the truth and just be himself. The arc Aladdin goes through is the lesson of don't lie and being yourself, which is something he doesn't know right off the bat. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to talk about themes in movies. Oh whoopsie, sorry to be a bad reviewer, my bad. Anyways, the way the lie revealed story is used effectively is by having moments where Jasmine suspected the facade, and Aladdin having to tell more lies just to cover up his first lie. This shows how lies spiral and how they affect others. Plus, the reveal is effective by having the villain Jafar know that Aladdin isn't a prince, and him exposing Aladdin right when Aladdin wanted to come clean. Even if all he did was remove his prince clothes, not unwish Aladdin's wish, but that's besides the point. After Aladdin returns and defeats Jafar, Aladdin realizes Jasmine already likes him as he is. Also, there's a reason as to why Aladdin had to lie, because of the law that was bestowed on her. And now that Aladdin's proven himself, it's a happy ending for both of them.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Shark Tale. Oh, Shark Tale. One of DreamWorks' more infamous movies. Oh, I mean the Oscar-nominated Shark Tale. We've all seen and laughed at the story. Frankie dies by an anchor, and Oscar, wanting to be famous, lies that he killed him and becomes famous as a result. People love to hate Oscar for this and be frustrated at how he keeps up with the lie, but that's not why I don't like it. What I don't like is the order of events that lead up to the truth. Frankie dies, Oscar lies about killing a shark and is called a shark slayer, followed by a montage of Oscar getting famous. Then Oscar hears that sharks are coming to the city, forcing him to prove himself, but then it ends up being Lenny. The two meet, Angie finds out the truth, then Lenny and Oscar do their fake fight. Granted, having that would prove to the city that he is a true shark slayer, even if he's not, and that the fish saw him do it. I think the fake fight should have happened before the rapid success montage. That way, not only would the fish see him do it, it wouldn't feel like the rapid success is mostly him doing nothing. Also, the only one that seems to apologize in the end is Don Leno when the two reconcile after the truth was revealed. It seems like neither Oscar or Lenny learnt any empathy from this whole endeavor. They didn't want to reveal the truth because of how much it would hurt their image. And let's face it, Angie is the real hero of the movie. If she didn't say anything after the fake fight, Oscar wouldn't have done anything to fix the mess he made. Angie, you're brilliant.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Over the Hedge. Ah yes, Over the Hedge, an underrated gem from DreamWorks. In this, RJ pretends to help out the critter crew with getting more food to pay back a bear. The way the lie revealed story is more creative. When the truth comes out, RJ rushes out to avoid being berated. The two sides are left with their own thoughts. Vern and the other critters feel hurt and betrayed that they trusted RJ, only for him to turn his back on them, while RJ feels terrible for what he did, and the emotional blowout is still there, but it's adapted to a comedic chase scene. There's even some early scenes where RJ is conflicted about his scheme. Liar revealed stories are more effective when both emotional sides are expressed, and this one really knocked it out of the bush.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
A Bug's Life, the second animated film by Pixar. A liar revealed story that's either remembered for the right or wrong reasons. Flick was kicked out of his colony for not being trusted and sent on a mission to find warrior bugs. He returns with warrior bugs, only for him to find out they're circus bugs instead. So to avoid embarrassment, he keeps up the charade. I don't like this use of the liar revealed because it's like the lie blinds the colony from seeing the truth, that the solution to the bird might actually work. They are so caught up in the deception that they don't even consider that the plan may still work. The colony should know it doesn't matter what kind of bugs they are, because the big fake bird is the one fighting off the grasshoppers, not the circus bugs. It's like just because it was made by liars, we can't use the bird. Like somehow they think this brilliant yet crazy enough to work plan is also a lie. Another reason this trope was badly executed was because of how one-sided it feels. Because the colony technically lied to Flick as well, by pretending that Flick has a chance to redeem himself when they just want to be rid of him, as if they wanted Flick to possibly get lost, get eaten by birds, and God knows what's out there. Because of this, A bug's life is easily one of the weakest ways of implementing the trope.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Chicken Run. Now we have another creative way to use the trope. We all know the story. Rocky lands in the chicken farm and is asked by the chickens, mostly by Ginger, to teach them to fly because he's a flying rooster who might be able to help them escape the Tweety's farm. The chickens end up having more of a reason to escape thanks to the pie machine, which the chickens will end up becoming if they don't leave. The way they did the lie reveal part is used more creatively and effectively, by having Rocky not present when the truth comes out, making us believe he wanted them to figure out the truth by themselves. So when it happens, all the chickens are left with their own thoughts and feelings. Initially, when meeting Rocky, they saw what was practically their only hope, but when they find out Rocky can't really fly, they've literally lost their only hope. Also, Nostalgia Critic, you missed the point when he came back. Ginger didn't smack Rocky because he lied, she did it because he left. Ginger specifically said that.
That's for leaving. And this is for coming back.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Aladdin 2, The Return of Jafar. As old habits dying hard would justify Aladdin lying about Iago returning, and thinking telling Jasmine the truth wouldn't change anything, it just feels like a regression. Sing. The fact that the lie is never brought up again after the theater is destroyed makes it seem like the performers didn't care that Buster Moon lied. Mulan. Considering this takes place in a bit of real life history, the consequences felt more dire. How to Train Your Dragon. Considering Vikings were trained to kill dragons, this lie felt justified, and when Hiccup attempts to give up the charade, it ends up being null and void. When the lie is exposed, there's more consequences to it. Toothless gets captured and is being used to hunt more dragons, and the Red Death ends up attacking the Vikings.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. I'm sorry to bring this movie up, Mum, but this is my video, so feel free to ignore this part if you're watching this. As much as I like Madagascar 3, I do have to admit the liar revealed element was more tacked on and dull. The zoo crew pretended to be circus animals just to get on the circus train. With their new showman skills, they turn it from an embarrassment to a massive success. During the process of doing so, a boost of confidence was put in the circus troupe because both them and the zoo crew work together. However, the circus team find out that Alex, Marty, Melman, and Glorious Girth are not actually circus animals and are upset about it. Wait, is this an opposite of Bug's Life? The reason why I put this as the worst liar revealed story is because the problem the circus was having has already been resolved as the circus became more famous, and now there's no need to fear about closing the show down. So I was more like, they're zoo animals, so what? They helped you more often than not, and there was no moment before the truth was revealed where there was a negative effect that their little lie had made. Need I also remind you that the circus group should also see that the only reason they lied at all was that so they can escape from Le Capitaine Dubois. While they do come to their senses afterwards, it still feels like a weak attempt to separate the characters.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Rango. You probably saw this coming, but this is definitely the most effective use of the liar revealed story. Rango lies about being an epic gunslinger that's killed 7 crooks with just one single bullet. But is it a lie, or is this who Rango wants to be? The reason why this works is because A, immediately afterwards, Rango is forced to prove himself, and does so with confidence and luck, and B, the people of the town see him prove himself. At this point in time, Rango is doing what's necessary to survive by acting and blending into unknown territory, like a true chameleon. Whether it's a lie or not is irrelevant at the moment. During the investigation of the water mystery, Rango gets so good at faking that he starts to believe he is this tough hero. Rattlesnake Jake, like Jafar, exposes the hero's lie, but differently, by making it more of a stress test for Rango through his condescending tone. He knows that Rango's story was a pile of crap, and was testing him just to make him look stupid as a part of Rango's character development. He could have killed Rango in that moment, but instead, he killed the person Rango built himself up to be. After Rango goes through his blue screen of death moment, he goes through a creative redemption, where he realizes it's not about him, but about the friends that he's made. Not about who he is, but what he does. And after going back to the city of dirt, he stops Rattlesnake Jake and the mayor, not by pretending to be something he's not, but by becoming who he is. Resourceful, creative, and confident, and wins using ingenuity and teamwork. And this marks Rango, the king of the liar revealed stories. Unless any other movie that uses this trope proves me wrong, I doubt Rango will be surpassed by any other movie. I'm Elephant TV, and this was really fun to work on. Be sure to comment down below which movie you think did this trope well and not, or if you agree with my picks. And make sure to like and subscribe for more of my reviews, animations, and comedy. The TV's off.